What would I do in a world without horror movies? No idea, but fortunately it looks like I'm not going to have to find out this month. Well, it's right about the end of June 2024, and the June 2024 HorrorPack has just arrived. For those of you who don't know, HorrorPack is a monthly horror movie subscription service, and I like to open them up right here on this channel, as I'm about to do right now, and share whatever I've received. There used to be DVD and Blu-ray options. Now we've just got Blu-ray options. One of them will be a HorrorPack exclusive Blu-ray. It tends to be pretty good stuff. My pattern here on this channel is to open these packages up, discuss what I see as I discover it for myself, and then, because I haven't seen these movies yet, I can't do a full review, so I will review them in a collective review video sometime later in the month. That means, of course, that it's very important for you to subscribe and ring my bell so you don't miss that or any of my other videos. While you're at it, make sure you like, comment, share, all those kinds of things. And do me a favor and check down in the What's It, where you'll find purchase links to these movies, purchase links to my books, and all kinds of other ways that you can support my work here on this channel, all of which is very much appreciated. But the important thing for today is not my commercial message. What am I saying? Of course my commercial message is important. But what we're actually doing today is talking about the movies. So let's dig into this June of 2024 HorrorPack offering. And the first one to come out is a film entitled, let's see, this is called Pig. This is a Nicolas Cage movie. I've seen quite a few Nick Cage movies come out of the HorrorPack and otherwise lately. He seems to be doing a lot of horror movies, which I'm pretty cool with, because I'm not going to say he's the best actor in the world, but he's certainly the best at what he does. I have heard of this one called Pig. I don't know anything about it other than it's Nick Cage. So let's read the description on the back and see what we're in for. It says, a truffle hunter who lives alone in the Oregonian wilderness must return to his past in Portland in search of his beloved foraging pig after she is kidnapped. So that's interesting, and there's truth to this. Truffles are a prized ingredient in fine cuisine. They're these wonderful, they're sort of like a mushroom. They have these earthy flavors, but they're very rare and very expensive. And there's different kinds of truffles. The white truffle is the most prized, and it only grows in this one region, I think in Italy, only for a couple months out of the year, and you can't farm it. I'm not sure why exactly they can't farm it, but nobody seems to be able to farm these things. The only way to find them is by using these specially trained truffle pigs that sniff out the truffles they grow in the root structures of these particular species of tree. Those pigs sniff them out and then you dig them up. They're expensive for a reason, because this is a horribly convoluted process to get them. I was unaware that there were truffle pigs in Oregon. So I'm not sure about the setting of this one, but maybe I'll learn something. I'll do some research. But the idea of somebody kidnapping a truffle pig and then that turning into the plot of a horror movie, I don't know exactly what the horror is going to be here, but it sounds like the kind of thing that Nick Cage should be in, and sure enough, he is. Apparently, the bonus features on this also feature Nicolas Cage cooking 3 mushroom tart, pigeon, and palm anna. So we've got Nick Cage doing a cooking video in the bonus features as well. Everything about this sounds pretty exciting. And perhaps, if it turns out to be a good movie, when I finally get around to making the video I've been doing about pairing certain dishes with horror movies, I've been meaning to make that video for years at this point, and I just keep putting it off because I'm busy. If this turns out to be a good one, maybe I'll make a truffle dish and pair it with this movie. We'll have to see. But I haven't seen the film. I don't know anything about it, but from the look of it, I think we're off to a pretty good start this June of 2024. Let's see if we can keep it up with the second film, which is a film called The Call. This is one that I am familiar with. I have seen this film. I don't remember if I had a DVD or a Blu-ray of it before, or if I saw it somewhere else and I don't have a copy of it in my collection. I think I might have a copy, but I need to double check. Anyway, I have seen the film. I'll read the description anyway for those of you who might not know. It says, from the creator of Final Destination, Lin Shaye and Tobin Bell star in this terrifying tale of death from the fall of 1987. After a tragic accident, a group of small-town friends must survive the night in the home of a sinister couple. One by one, their worst nightmares quickly become reality as they enter the realm of The Call. I will watch this again to refresh my memory before I do a proper review, because I don't like to review based on something I've seen months or years ago. But I will say, I liked this movie. I'm not going to say it's perfect, but if you got Lin Shaye and Tobin Bell, it can't be all bad. And from my memory, I do think that their performances were sort of the highlight. The rest of the film was sort of, it is what it is, not bad, but it was really their performances, if I recall correctly, that made this film sort of stand above. Anyway, I have seen this one. I will watch it again before I do my review. If it's not one I already had in my collection, I'm glad to have it. If it was one, well, sometimes them's the breaks, but I always find something to do with duplicate movies anyway, so that seems like another worthy offering. And then the third one we have is, looks like an old one. This looks like very 70s kind of art. It's a film called Blood from the Mummy's Tomb. This is not one that I'm familiar with, but it looks like the kind of thing I ought to be familiar with. If I look on the back, yep, it was 1972, so I was correct in thinking 70s. And, well, let's read the description, which says, a British expedition in Egypt discovers the ancient sealed tomb of the evil Queen Tara. But when one of the archaeologists steals a mysterious ring from the corpse's severed hand, he unleashes a relentless curse upon his beautiful daughter. Is the voluptuous young woman now a reincarnation of the diabolical sorceress, or has the curse of the mummy returned to reveal its horrific revenge? That sounds like 70s horror. It looks like 70s horror. It sounds like 70s horror. If you happen to like 70s horror, and I do, I think we're probably in for a good one. So this should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to trying this one out as well. Which leaves us, of course, just with the last film of the bunch, which must be the HorrorPack exclusive. And if I look at the spine, I see it is in fact exclusive number 96. This one is called The Girl Who Cried Her Eyes Out. That title sounds vaguely familiar, but if I look at it, it does not look familiar. Usually the case with these, I tend not to, there are exceptions, but I tend not to know these films in advance. Of course, they're exclusives, so I'm unlikely to have seen a lot of these. But let's read the description here and see what this one is all about. It says, when a group of friends sneak into a state park for a night of drinking and partying, a cruel dare brings Maddie face to face with the disturbed spirit of young Carolyn Woodman, the forest's legendary girl who cried her eyes out. None are safe as one by one they suffer the wrath of Carolyn's vengeance. Time is running out and the bodies are piling up. How do they stop a 300-year-old spirit that cannot be killed? And so that sounds pretty interesting as well. Seems like some known tropes, you know, the kids out partying in the woods. We have a not ancient, but 300-year-old vengeful spirit. So we're combining some known established quantities, but combining things, hopefully in an original way, is usually how good films get made. There's not a whole lot of originality in horror most of the time. So the fact that it sounds a little familiar, probably actually a good thing. It sounds like the kind of thing I will enjoy, and I will be looking forward to trying this one too. So we've had a pretty good month from the look of things. One film that I have seen, which I did enjoy. 3 films I have not yet seen, one of which I've heard of and sounds intriguing, and 2 of which I haven't heard of before, but also sound quite interesting. A good variety too. We've got some supernatural, some natural, some I'm not sure what. So an interesting mix of good or good-looking films. But that brings me to the end of this here video. And though this has been a short video for y'all, I've been sort of piling up my videos and doing sort of bulk recording. So this is the third one I've recorded in a row, and it's some god-awful hour and well past midnight, and I'm exhausted. I'm running on fumes and 5-hour energies, which I don't actually recommend. But that reminds me, back when I was in college, I used to have to stay up to finish. I was writing multiple honors theses at once, and I had finals and all these things, and I invented a new drink. I would pour myself a glass of Red Bull, and then I would take a shot of 5-hour energy and drop it in like a Jaeger bomb and drink that. I really don't recommend that. Fortunately, as I've gotten older, I've gotten a little bit wiser. I at least don't do that anymore. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm exhausted. I'm going to go pop one of these in because I need to watch one of my stories if I'm going to unwind, pour myself a glass of wine, enjoy a movie. I'm going to sign off. Do make sure you check for the links to these down in the What's It. Check out links to my books. Give me the like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell, all those things. And until next time, as always, take care and stay scared.